Hello everyone. How are you? Hope all is well with you and your families and you all are doing okay. So guys, especially Jamaicans, do you realize how bad Jamaica and its culture is in decay? If you need further proof, take a look at what is going on social media. It is wrapped up in lies, manipulations, scamming, nasty living, people doing the most, no structure, no morals, no standards. And as for shame tree, that flush down toilet long time, that is no more. You can't really identify what's real or not, or what is true or lie, or what is fake or real anymore. There is just pure manipulation. Toxicity is the order of the day. And the most craziest of all things ever, people are cheering this on. People are supporting this. People are encouraging this way of living. I'm telling you, this got to be studied to make sense. It just ring back something that a Rastaman said to me over 20 years ago. You know, sometimes it is true those people are more rigid and cultural. Sometimes you don't 100% take what they're saying too serious, but you know them have some points there along the way. You know what I mean? And as I get older now and I see what is playing out on social media, I'm telling you, I remember every word that he said. The Rastaman said that Jamaicans were castaways because they were so unruly. So they were cast away to this island. And their main purpose is to make a fool of themselves and entertain another ethnicity. So they acting like animals in a zoo, adhering to no rules or regulation, anything goes, is really something that was expected. But they never expected something. Jamaicans evolved through music and sports. So now, with all the craziness, now they have money to spend. And it trickle downs to other people in the society. And you know what? Money in the hands of fools, they will buy the most expensive vehicle and get fascinated by brands, all the most expensive brands. Because if you check it, who will spend their last dollar on brands to impress each other more than Jamaicans? What ethnicity you think in real life is out there buying and supporting all these big brand names? Jamaicans love more brands than they even have brains. So guess what now? We are evolved into being very valuable consumers. As everything that they want to sell, they have an avenue through social media, through influencers, to make you feel like if you do not have this or you are not a part of this, you are a nobody. So right there and there, everything they earn, they will eventually pass it on right back to the rich. So the rich will always be getting richer. I always wondered, I've always heard the richer will get richer and the poor will get poorer. Why is it that we don't try to break that spell? Are we so far gone manipulated that we live off our egos more than our brains, that we can't think and say, okay, I am not rich and I should use my money instead to turn it over to actually get some funds to make me a much better person? But instead, you're going to constantly support the rich people. Because if you check it, nothing is wrong with being rich, Absolutely nothing is wrong with that. But when you are a person who really has nothing, come from nothing, you don't try to set some basic grounded roots that you can always bounce on and evolve from. No, you don't do that. What instead you do is constantly trying to let people look at you as if you are something you're not by wearing all these expensive brand stuff, driving all the most expensive vehicles, wanting the most changed brand name, this, that, whatever. When really and truly, you're not even thinking down the line of even building generation wealth. I remember I was talking to someone recently. I know sometimes, we have these little chats and these little debates. We're only humans, we knock heads together. Who agree to disagree or who not agree or whatever, we just laugh it off. And, everybody know what they stand for and the morals they hold. And I remember a friend of mine, she make a very valuable point. She said, see what I go on to Jamaica? It's all about image, and image will do it. So everybody want them image out there as being this and that. So if I'm looking on them, you can see the name brand written across them chest, and them hat and them clothes and them bag and them shoes. It's all about image, because that will be the first thing that anyone see about you, your image, and that is what is selling. I'm thinking like, what? So why your image can't be well put together, clean, have morals, and stand for something while building yourself? It have to be about how you look, who you're associated with. I'm trying to understand it. Not mean I don't have my own morals and standards already, but I'm trying to understand how they reach here. How did they get that thinking out there? And then it would be just like a lot of you people who bleach. Now, check it. I know of a young lady. She has such beautiful dark skin. It's one of them skin that like you put water on it, it could just run off. You can just see it. And I remember she was always admired for this baby looking dark skin, even as big woman, those skin are coming like it's still a new birth baby skin. And then lo and behold, I see another time and she looked all twisted, blistered, half rough. When I'm checking it out, is that she bleaching. Yeah, she bleaching. And I think that people so lose confidence, or as I notice these days, right is wrong and wrong is right, is that people rather to walk around with them face blistered, or their face looking like duppy box them, or them look pink and red and soreish, and them look like you can see them veins about to pop out if you brush too hard against them, which I think is very unhygienic. And so on. Where so they go on the road in clothes that if you have to go in a taxi or a bus or in an environment, you have to brush against them skin and it's not covered, you just feel scornful because it just looks sore. And people would rather look like that more than look nice in their own natural color, where there's so much nice natural lotions where you can use, you can get your skin polished, you can all these things, if you know, to take care of your skin. So when you go out there, you look all moisturized and nourished and eat the right food. These people would rather to spend their money out there blistering and soaring off themselves. And all that is image, because guess what? Everybody is doing it. It have to be studied to make sense. A person will borrow from everyone if they must, even if they mean that the child can't go to school, the rent is owed, just to get such brand to be a part of. Look at me. I have one too. And what's hurtful? Man and woman is doing the same thing.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
At the end of the day, they are really getting poorer and the richer is getting richer. If you really think about it, you can't even really advise Jamaican people much about anything, because they know everything. And unless you are trending, nothing that you say out of your mouth is of any valuable effort towards them. So you can't be out here caring for a set of people who don't even care for themselves. Crazy thing about all this is that the people who are in power are noticing this and are so happy that most of Jamaicans are dunce and they are followers and they are led by their egos more than their brains and are so distracted by trivial things and means, so they have no real inkling on what is going on, while the people in power are graping the society. Oh my gosh, they are sucking the country dry and they are taking all they can for them and their friends to look good and stay rich, while you lot out there worrying about the latest brands, who is with who take who man, or who can take whose woman, and who can give better head and tail, and who doing them body. Social media has got most of the population delusional at best. Even the best of them are under control from what is going on social media. There is so much things that is going on in our society that we really need to take a look at and pay keen interest to. And we should be really using social media to make our voices be heard and stop being distracted. Sometimes, when I see what is being celebrated as trending topic, I realize Jamaicans is totally a schizophrenic about to happen, waiting for that one trigger to send people into a mental institution. That's the operation of most of Jamaicans. And then you wonder why so much people are having mental breakdown. I'm telling you, if they did a study on that, it would all come back to social media. I know what it is too. If you even watch some of the stuff going on social media, these people that are actually on there doing the most are actually mental patients. They are actually losing their minds but functional. But because everybody's saying, yeah, it seems as if it's okay. So until when something really tragic happens, nobody truly realizes that, hell, this person was having a mental breakdown. Why think so much takeout of people on social media is trending right now? Because people's whole lives are lived on social media. They are so delulu. It has become a thing now. Sometimes I am so perplexed as to what do people really want to hear and talk about. Because really and truly, if you're not a toxic person, you can't just get up every day and you just want to talk about toxic stuff. It don't make sense. You don't see, while we out here in these streets and on social media being governed by our egos and toxicity, the powers that be are there taking our money and doing what them feel like. There is this story where this drill coming to Jamaica. Now, to buy that drill, new brand, is like $4 million. Do your research. To bring in the drill as a refurbished drill, by the time it reached Jamaica and clear and everything, is $250,000. Now check this. Of course, it's top people crime, this way you call this rich people crime, where they have these big nice business name put up, and when you really check it, it's not like they're really doing any business, in my opinion. It's like they just have it there as a channel for money to go through to share with them friends. Because check it, the drill was sold to the Bustamante Children's Hospital. I guess this was a medical drill, and it was sold to the Bustamante Children's Hospital through this company for $31 million and change. Now, how can a drill that, if you buy it new, is $4 million Jamaican, or if you buy it second hand, which the proof is it was bought second hand and cleared into the island for $250,000. Remember, all the paper trail is there. It was sold to the Bustamante Children's Hospital for 31 plus million Jamaican dollars. Now tell me, who signed the check? Who signed the check? Who put in the order? Who was in control of this transaction? The same people them at the top will drive out na them Lexus, Benz and Beamer and look down on everybody else who thief like a ackee off of one tree, or somebody who thief coconut off a tree or whatever. They don't do that. They go straight. They have access to go straight to our taxes money and get it approved. Do you think that when this $31 million was paid over to this so-called company, all pretty nice big name and uniform, do you really think that nobody else get cut out of it? What do you think happened? From it reach there, it's a plan for people to get cut out of it. And let me tell you something. You're going to hear all kind of stuff, but guess what happened? Chances are nothing major come out of it. It eventually sweep under the carpet.
So I saw the release from Medical Technologies Limited that came out yesterday, and it is like a heavy burden has been lifted off my chest. You see, for months we have been trying to get the make and model of this drill. We've asked Sarah repeatedly. My colleague in the Senate, Senator Lambert Brown, has been raising this issue repeatedly. What type of drill could cost $31 million? All the answers that we got just pointed to, it's a highly advanced drill, it's the first of its kind, and don't focus on the cost, focus on the benefits. I had a meeting with Sarah. The model number was kept from me. We went as far as to check all the customs records for this company, Medical Technologies Limited, and only 3 drills were brought in. 1 from China, 2 that we presented at the press conference, but we still could not get any response. We had persons on the ground trying to check on the drill to see exactly what model it was so we could do a proper price comparison. The drill has been kept under lock and key and kept away from everyone. There's a culture of fear surrounding this drill, and people stay away from it as if it is the Ark of the Covenant. We even went as far, Lambert Brown tried to table questions in the Senate to ask about this drill. He was blocked by the Senate president. Left with no option, we decided to have a press conference where we hoped that presenting the data that we had about the only 2 drills on record, that the Ministry of Health, or Sarah, would come out and say what exactly this model number of that expensive drill was. We were a bit concerned when the only response was silence from Sarah and from the JLP sending out their attack dogs. We wondered if our plan had failed. Until yesterday, we saw the release from Medical Technologies where they, for the first time, admitted that the model number is a EM800. And for the first time, we know what this exact model number is, who the manufacturer is, and we don't have to guess anymore what the cost is on the international market. My checks saw this drill for no more than $4 million. Very far from the 27 million plus the 4-year service contract, the 2-year service contract valued at $4 million, bringing it to a grand total of $31 million. It is available for all journalists, for all well-thinking Jamaicans to just do a quick Google search. What is the value of an EM800 Medtronic drill? And then you will see that $31 million of taxpayer dollars going into this company for this drill that can be procured for about $3 to $4 million is massive wastage, and it demands further investigation as to how that procurement process allowed this to happen. The other thing coming out of the press release is that MP Donovan Williams has confessed publicly that he has been breaking the law he helped to pass in 2023 that demanded that persons who are holding shares on behalf of a beneficial owner must declare this to the company's office. In doing so, Mr. Williams has now put himself in the situation where he must either resign from Parliament as he's morally unfit to continue to break the law and sit in the House as a lawmaker, or he must comply with the law and name who that ultimate beneficial owner is. We await the Auditor General's investigation. We await Mr. Donovan Williams' decision as to what course of action he will take, if he will protect this unnamed owner or he's going to backtrack and say that he is the owner and face the scrutiny that this deserves. We also encourage you to continue to support this cause because it is not an easy one. The pushback has been great, and it is only with your continued support that we are able to continue our fight for what is right, for transparency and accountability. Go do your research on the EM800 drill and you will see that you do not need to take my word for it any longer.
And we here on social media not watching our taxes, out here acting a fool. So we can clearly see how so much money that has been allocated to the Boston and the Children's Hospital, how it take time escape out of their purses.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
And the Boston and the Children's Hospital don't have an MRI or a CT scan machine. Can you imagine bedridden children have to be transported to private facilities to get scans done, and people over here on social media acting a fool? Same so, 26 billion spent on Cornwall Regional Hospital and it's still not ready yet. $1 million cake, $13 million Montego Bay sign. All this, if you ask me, is just a way to channel money out of our purses. And remember, the purse belongs to the people of Jamaica. We pay taxes for all this benefit. Of course, to not be biased, I do remember the $31 million football. What I'm saying is that Jamaicans are living their lives mostly like it's all about entertainment, mix-up drama and toxicity, when all these things, the cows are being milked right under their noses and no one is going to be able to get a cup of that milk to drink. The people who are trending are not trending for anything positive or anything good that is beneficial to the society. And the funny thing is, the things that are trending is not even funny. It is like really serious crap, and it mentally divisive. So am I to believe that we are in a Jamaica now where people enjoy living them life on the edge, in war, in cussing, in tear down? People don't understand that. I don't know how you guys don't value peace of mind, good humor, laughter. And of course, we have serious times we have to talk about what's going on in the society. But this naturally way of building toxicity out of nothing just to be a part of the trend, and that is what is taking over Jamaica right now. Everything else go to hell. Productivity go to hell. People don't care how they get things as long as they get it. You don't see, all of a sudden all Jamaicans, mostly women in this department, want to get them body done and doing them body at a time when the world is turning them back on getting them body done. Jamaica is running into it here now. So the other people who were doing it in the beginning, who are trying to change them life and regret doing it, they find this little island where it's all about ego and how they look. And they are the ones that are trending now, that are getting their bodies done. At a time when you're getting your body done, people are finding maggots from doing it. People are sick and dying from doing it. People are using limbs from doing it. People are having different retardations happening on their body from doing it. And guess what now? It's a trend in Jamaica, where this is the latest trend now. Everybody getting them body done, while people are running from it because guess what? Them body rattling down. It have to be studied to make sense. Jamaica have totally lost the goddamn mind, the morals, the standards, and least of all, I can blatantly see it is shown on social media. There is no shame tree anymore. All that flush down toilet. The nastier you are, the more perverted you are, the more sickening and disgusting you are. That is what is trending, and that is what running things right now. We're in a very sad state of affair. Parents, this is the time for you to really stand strong, and it's going to be a hard job. But it means being parents in Jamaica climate right now has taken on an even harder job. Anyway guys, please remember to like, comment and subscribe to my platform, please. Love you all. Bye for now.